Hey everybody, it's Hexa, and today's video is coming at you straight from my grandpa's room in Romania. I'm back in my home country, and as you can see, this is not an ideal filming situation, but I'm gonna make the best of it. We're just gonna do this thing. There's nothing I can do about the background and everything, so we're just gonna disregard that. Also, I'm sitting on a little table right now that's like making some noises as I'm wiggling my booty on it, so I'm sorry about that. Oh god, I really did not think this through, did I? You may also notice that my hair is a different color than it was in my last video. I have dyed my hair purple. I've had like every single color under the sun in my hair, and I've got to say this was the most traumatic hair color change I have ever experienced. I've even had other tones of purple in my hair before, but I don't know what it was about this time. I just, like, for the first couple days, I absolutely fucking hated it. I have never felt so unlike myself in a hair color before. I don't know why. It just did not suit my vibe at all. It felt like I was a foreigner in my own body. It was just weird. The hair tutorial for this thing that happened will not be on this channel. It will be going up on my Romanian channel because it was my grandma who helped me dye my hair, so I thought I might as well make the tutorial in Romanian, so that's going to be up on my Romanian channel at some point. Anyways, now that I've updated you guys on all of the important stuff, we're gonna get into the actual substance of this video, which is going to be an Anastasia Beverly Hills haul. Last week I was in Bucharest with my boyfriend, and I found an Anastasia shop, and I bought a few things. I bought 6 items, which is not a lot, like, in terms of quantity, but it cost a lot, because that's expensive. But I just wanted to share with you guys what I got and what I think of it. This is not going to be like a really big like review of each individual item. I will probably do some reviews and swatch videos of some of these products, but for now it's just going to be kind of like an overview of what I think of them. I'm wearing a lot of these products on my face right now. But first, some background on the brand and my thoughts and relationship with it. Anastasia Beverly Hills is a brand owned by a fellow Romanian woman like myself, and I think I first heard about her either in a book from the Secret series or the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. I'm not sure which one, but I was really inspired by her story. Basically, Anastasia Soare, which is the owner of Anastasia Beverly Hills, moved to America, I think in the 80s, just with no money, no English vocabulary to her name, and she got a job at a beauty salon, and her style of doing eyebrows became really, really popular with celebrities and stuff, so she opened her own beauty salons, and then she made her own makeup brand, and I just think it's really cool. She's a really wonderful success story, and I like to support my fellow Romanians, so I was really, really happy that I finally had the opportunity to buy her products in person and see them in store and swatch them and all that. It was just really, really awesome. So I'm going to start with some of the more boring or simple things and then move on to like the more colorful, fun stuff. The first thing I had to get was one of her legendary dip brow pomades. This is the actual packaging of the individual product. I got mine in the shade Chocolate, even though the lady in the shop recommended Taupe. So chocolate is quite dark for me, but I do like a more bold, heavy kind of eyebrow look, but I do think it's a little bit too dark even so. For the past year, I've been using the Too Faced Bulletproof Brows, and that is also like a pomade type of thing, but it's a lot more dry. It's more, I don't know, it has a more clay-like texture than the Anastasia one, which is kind of between a gel and a clay kind of texture. But yeah, this one is definitely a little bit more wet, a little bit more creamy, and so it's really easy to deposit too much product if you're not careful. So the way I've been using it is like I dip my brush in and then I like stamp it onto the back of my hand several times to get all of the excess off, and then I go into my eyebrows because otherwise you will get way too much product on your face. But these are supposed to be waterproof and transfer proof and really long wearing, and they're definitely like one of the most popular brow products on the market right now. Next time I should probably listen to the lady in the shop though, or at least like not go more than one shade darker than my color. I think the reason why chocolate looks a little bit off on me is because it's quite warm toned. It is like a true warm chocolate brown, and my hair is like a dirty blonde, which has a little bit more gray to it. So I feel like a more cool toned eyebrow shade would have worked better for me. But anyways, not a problem with the product, just a problem with my choice in the color of the product. Moving on, the next thing I got is also a brow product. This is the Clear Brow Gel. I saw a video that Jamie Page did about her favorite and least favorite Anastasia products, and she said that this was one of her favorites. This is what the tube looks like. It's just like a silvery metallic tube. I would have preferred if the bottom part was like glass or clear plastic so that I could actually see how much product is left in it, but I guess maybe that she thought that might look a little too cheap or something. But basically this is just a clear eyebrow gel with like a little spoolie brush inside, and I think this is great because you can use it for literally any human being with any eyebrow shade, and I really like or I have really enjoyed using this just for kind of like brushing my eyebrows into place and just organizing them a little bit so that they actually stay set in place. Even if you use a pomade, that will not necessarily keep the brows, like the brow hairs, where they should be. So I like to go in with the pomade first and then back in with the clear brow gel just to brush my brow hairs upwards and into like where they should be, or where I want them. It's been such a long time since I've filmed a sit down video like this, and I am just so, I don't know, I'm a little out of it. I'm like stuttering a lot. Next up we have the Anastasia Lip Palette Volume 1. This is what it looks like on the inside. It has 18 shades, I think it was. Yes, 18 shades, and it comes with a little like palette type thing, and inside it has a double-ended brush with a palette knife and a brush end. So it looks like that. That's like the little palette knife, and this is the brush. I'm wearing shade number 6 on my lips right now. It's like a reddish chocolate brown. I really love this product. I think some of the shades were not quite as opaque as I would have liked them to be, but all in all, it's very creamy, very pigmented, and the colors are all really beautiful. But I will say, if you're not a makeup artist, you do not need this, because these are like cream lipsticks, and I don't think there are a lot of people who would carry this around in their purse so they can do touch-ups throughout the day. So this is definitely not a practical product for the average consumer. This is definitely geared towards or targeted towards makeup artists. If my anxiety ever lets me finish makeup school, this is why I bought this product. I would not have bought this if I didn't want to be a makeup artist one day, so that is why I got it, because I just think it would be really practical. Each one of the shades is 0.8 grams, so let me just do a little calculation for how much there is in the whole palette. Okay, so the entire palette altogether has 14.4 grams of product. It costs $48 US, and if you think about it, the average high-end lipstick is around $20, so this costs a little bit less than 3 full-size bullet lipsticks, and the average bullet lipstick is 3 grams, so altogether 3 bullet lipsticks would be 9 grams, so you get 14 grams of product for the price of 9 grams of product. In my opinion, that's like how I'm trying to think of it, you know? So I think the pricing is very reasonable for this, plus you get the palette knife, the brush, and the palette itself and everything. So I think this is very reasonably priced, very practical for anyone who wants to be a makeup artist, or even like if you are an Instagram artist or a YouTube makeup artist or beauty guru. this would be really useful for you. But if you're just like wearing makeup when you go out of the house, I would not recommend this, because like you do not want to tow this whole huge thing throughout the day so that you can do touch-ups. One thing I will say is this palette is limited edition, which I really don't understand, because like this is not the sort of product that should be limited edition, because this, I could see this truly becoming a staple for a lot of makeup artists, and you want to be able to like stock up on it when you run out. Another drawback to it is that it's not refillable. I feel like that would be a great addition or alteration to make to this, is to make it refillable, so like if you run out of one of the colors, you don't have to buy the whole palette all over again. But yeah, I generally just don't understand the limited edition thing, because like this is not, I don't know, this is not a product for the average consumer. This is something that I would definitely make permanent in their collection for use by makeup artists. So yeah, that's the one big qualm I have with it, is like, why is this limited edition? This is not the sort of product that ever should be limited edition, you know? But anyways, moving on, the next product I got is the Modern Renaissance palette. This went super viral, and I had to have it. This is definitely one of the products that I got for me. There are a few things in here that I bought so that I could use them on clients, potentially. And then there are things that I just got for myself, and this is kind of in between, because I could use this on clients, but I mostly just got it because I really wanted it. So the outside of the palette is this like wonderful velvety texture, which is really nice and soft to feel. It's just so satisfying. It's like a little pet. But I will say that there is no doubt in my mind that this thing is going to get real filthy real fast, because that like velvetyness is just gonna cling onto all kinds of just foundation and dust and eyeshadow and fingerprints and everything, like, eh. But if you handle this with clean fingers, it should be fine, you know? Just be careful with it and try not to get it dirty. Inside we have a nice little mirror. I haven't taken the peel off of it yet. I'm just gonna put that back so that I don't blind you guys. And we have 14 eyeshadow shades and a double-ended brush. The brush has like a domed blending side and a kind of domed packing brush side. I do not like the blending brush. It's just, the bristles are really hard and plasticky, so I don't like the blending brush, but the packing brush is really nice and smooth, and it works really well with the shimmer shades in this palette. I'm wearing this palette on my eyes right now, and I really love it. It's got 4 shimmery shades and 1 kind of satin shade over here. This shade over here called Tempera is a little bit of a satin. Like it's not a matte, it's not a shimmer, it just has a little bit of a sheen or a little glow to it. If you like warm tones, I would highly recommend this palette. You can make so many different looks with this. You can make something really natural and neutral and wearable for every day. You could do something with the reds, which would make it really bright and bold and crazy and dramatic. There are quite a lot of nice browns in here as well, and some oranges. I don't know, it's just, if you like warm tones, it's got everything. It's also got like a pale mauve-y transition shade called Buon Fresco. I don't know if you can see that. It's definitely not focusing because my camera doesn't focus. But anyways, I will do like a swatch video of this camera. I will do a more in-depth video about this palette with swatches and everything, so don't worry about that right now. One criticism I have of the formula of these is they're very powdery. There's a lot of kickback when you dip your brush into it, so that is one thing that I really don't like about it. You get quite a bit of kickback and quite a bit of fallout, but that's probably because they're so pigmented. Again, the pigmentation can work for you or against you. You really do have to be careful with this palette, like to not deposit too much product at once, because that can definitely happen. And yeah, they're insanely pigmented, really beautiful colors. Just kind of be a little careful with it. And the last two products that I'm going to be talking about today are these two glow kits. I got the Moonchild glow kit and the Nicole Guerrero glow kit. The Nicole Guerrero one has this beautiful, like, kind of glittery cover, and I got this because I wanted a palette to use on clients of all skin tones, and I asked the girl in the shop what she would recommend for that, and she said she preferred the Nicole Guerrero palette for that. I was thinking maybe the Ultimate Glow Kit would be good, but she preferred this, and I also kind of like the tones of the colors in this more. It's got this beautiful bright white called Forever Lit. Kitty Cat is a pinky peachy shade. Glow Getter is a beautiful gold. Forever Young is kind of like brownie, like a, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like a brownie toned highlight. 143 is a golden brown, and Daydream is a true peachy orange shade. As for the Moonchild palette, it has like this kind of holographic effect on it, which is just so pretty and satisfying to look at. I know everybody has become a holosexual on the internet recently, and I can see why. This glow is just fabulous. So the shades in here are, I'm gonna go in the other direction. I went like down to up in the last one for some reason. I don't know why. But in this one we have Blue Ice, which is a white with a blue reflex. Pink Heart, which has a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful opal pink reflex. We've got Star, which is a really like Tin Man silver. Lucky Clover is a green shift. Purple Horseshoe is a purple shift, obviously. And Blue Moon is kind of like a purpley blue. My favorite colors in here are definitely Pink Heart and Lucky Clover. I just love those. The reflexes in these are so gorgeous. So like I said, I got the Nicole Guerrero palette more for professional use, and the Moonchild palette I just got because I really wanted it. I have some criticisms about both of these palettes though, and I know Anastasia has really built a reputation for herself with her highlighters. Her highlighting palettes have become so popular and hyped up on the internet. And I really love them. I like both of them, and I think the colors in both of these palettes are really, really beautiful. However, I don't feel like the hype, or I don't feel like the formula was worth the hype. The colors were worth the hype, and the packaging was worth the hype. But I don't think the formula was worth the hype, because although they're like really, really bright, stunning highlights, and that's what I wanted with these, the glitter is not finely milled enough, and that's one thing that I really don't like about them. I feel like when I apply these to my skin, the glitter just sits on top of the skin. The glow doesn't really sink into my skin and become a part of my face. It's just kind of like there on top of my skin, and I kind of don't like that as much. So even though I already have the Moonchild palette, I definitely want to try out the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, because I feel like that has some of the same tones as this one does, but it looked like the formula was a little bit more finely milled and a little bit more soft. These ones also contain talc, which I don't know if the Kat Von D ones contain talc, and I don't know if maybe the talc is the reason why they are a little bit chalky and kind of sit on top of the skin a little bit. I don't know, but that's one criticism I have of these, is even though they are really glowy, really beautiful, the colors are amazing, I wish that it really sank into the skin rather than just like being there like on top of your face. Today I am wearing the Nicole Guerrero palette. I mixed in, I think it was Forever Lit and Glow Getter. So that is the highlight that I have on my face right now. I think my grandparents just got home, so the house is about to get real loud. But it's fine because I'm done with this video. So thank you guys so much for watching this haul. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat for more, and you can donate to my Patreon down below to support me and my channel. I'm trying really, really hard to save up for a new camera. because I want to bring you guys better content. So any help would be muchly appreciated. Please let me know in the comments if you want a in-depth review on any of the products that I mentioned today. I probably will do some for all of the palettes anyways. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!